Hello guys, welcome to a commentary, a cast, a live stream, and some ZH League. It is AlmoOoD versus HoD AgHa. ZH League has been going on for a couple of months now. I didn't actually sign up to it, but pretty cool concept. Basically, there's 3 players per league. I'll actually link the topic in chat for you guys as well. And yeah, basically one person gets promoted or demoted within the league. So League A, to give you an example, is Marikar, Shay and Killer. League B is Tom Step, Lift Truck and Ninja. And the letters go on as the player list goes on. And we're in League H today with AlmoOoD versus HoD AgHa. So it is a best of 9. And be interested in who comes on top, because I think whoever wins this may well get promotion to the next tier. AlmoOoD not been playing at least the past week, I've noticed, but has, in my view, improved quite a bit lately. So yeah, I feel he could be the favourite here. We'll see how it pans out. But you guys let me know who you think will take this today as well, and also who you're rooting for. We have Yasin rooting for AgHa. Hello Mad Jack. Hello Pilox. Hello Pocha. So yeah, how do we determine who picks the first map is the question. I might spin a wheel. I'll spin a wheel, I think, whilst they're thinking about it. Yeah, spin a wheel. So do that. And it's going to be AlmoOoD. Yeah, that is AlmoOoD. All right. Hello, Miller9. So let me just pick one from this pool that should result in some good games. I'm going to just put Kojo up here. Quite like that map. So Kojo. Ah, okay. See what AgHa wants to pick. Let's put Vendetta up there as well then. Oh, interesting. Bit of a curveball choice. Nuke versus USA. Bit of a 1-1 matchup. AlmoOoD doing the in and out. ExCaL, which team do I support? Man United, sadly. What are my thoughts on Generals Online and how many games there are now? Yeah, really enjoying it. Like Generals Online, like the speed of it. So all positive there. And yeah, we got the player map pick, all good. Okay, so we start with the player in purple, and that is AlmoOoD with the China nuke. And then we have Mr. HoD AgHa with the vanilla USA. So as USA here, when you see a matchup like this, you've got to think to yourself, I've got to win this game as the USA, and then see what I can do in the reverse. A 2 supply option here for the player in red, which I think is fine to do on this map with the crates. AlmoOoD, meanwhile, going for a bit of an oil grab, which I also think is good to do. The question is, how greedy do you want to go here? So do you want to just get the 1 set for here, or do you want to send out a 2nd set to go down to those oils as well? Hello, Pepsi, welcome back. Nice to see you there. War Factory, the production facility of choice for AlmoOoD. And yeah, I think, you know, he could have afforded to be a little bit more greedy here. But playing it safe and transitioning to an airfield. Ooh, and he's gone outpost first here. Not sure about that, personally. I think if you go for the conservative 2 oils, you maybe get a tank hunter as well and put that in the building. And get a battlemaster or a GAT as your first unit. Or you just go pure greedy and maybe go straight Gatliks from the get-go. So I'm not sure AlmoOoD's been optimal here. But might track that first Fierce if you're not careful. A little bit of a mistake here. Doesn't deny the oil. If he kills the oil though, it kind of be worth it, but I don't think he's going to. Yeah, now this is where he's sending units down here. He did not look what was coming out of the barracks. So if he'd have seen the 1 set of Red Guard, he would have known there was nothing down here. But actually, AlmoOoD's done a sneaky delayed Red Guard, and yeah, it's worked out quite nicely. Big V blob is on the way though, and that V is still doing a little bit of harassment here. Kills 1 truck. The licks should take it out. 3rd supply deployed for AlmoOoD as well. And Tovi in play there. And the propaganda has started, so one does feel these Vs need to get something done, otherwise AlmoOoD is looking like he could be in a very nice position. Got to be careful here. Pretty fast unload, pretty late laser lock. And yeah, these Vs have been very much cast away. So this V has to do a lot now, because AlmoOoD is in a great position. He's about to get a propaganda. He's forgotten about this. So these sort of things add up. Like throughout this game, AgHa has not got the most out of his units. His first 3 killed like 1 truck. He's forgotten about that V. This push, actually all it did was damage a lick. So yeah, so far so good for AlmoOoD. But one dozer's about to go down here. Bit of a spike of the lag as well. Hopefully there isn't a DC here, because I don't think AlmoOoD can get much of a better start than this. Yeah, and once again, when you see a Gatliks on the field, this is why, you know, you don't run around with that single V. I think if he'd have kept driving though, ironically, he might have killed it, but he is focusing on this push here and needs to get a lot done with it. The damage V is blocking his own units. Just trying to get a bit of a laser lock off here. Trying another laser lock. No ECM, so that Overlord will go down. And nice mines here from AlmoOoD as well. Will that ECM go down? It does not. Yeah, so the issue for HoD here, he's not really done any transition behind this. So I think AlmoOoD's build was quite passive. And HoD could have got his own oils behind this, I think, a lot quicker.
What's the mission, sir?
I think he's constantly probably had at least 1k in the bank, so he certainly had the cash to do it. Burton is out as well. And I think this is the army where you get a GAT turret on this Overlord and you go here if you're AlmoOoD. I think you try and win the game with that, whilst maybe making these bunkers at home, but it looks like he's still trying to defend. Another Overlord goes down. This Gatliks actually can be used to clear this up. Hello Zaid in the chat. Hello Stiblior. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, nice clear up there. And Ambo picked off as well. But the capture building upgrade is now in play. And that Lotus is unbelievably close to detecting that Colonel Burton. And AlmoOoD is actually going to try and get Nuke Migs out. But in a way, what he's doing is not syncing up. Because if that's what you're going for, why push out here and lose your army, which he's about to do? So I think that decision making there might have just cost him this game. Because if he'd have just kept defending and he was taking pretty good engagements in his defense, then you wait for the mix to get up, then you push out. But what he's done here hasn't made complete sense, really. It's sort of in between. Either you push out and you keep spamming units and you go, or you camp. And it's been a bit of a half-half. And despite HoD being about 3 out of 10 for V effectiveness, I think that's about to clinch him the game. We shall see. A10 coming in. Oh. Odd A10, that one. Gatliks will finally go down. And yeah, there's the MiG. So there's not really any ground army here for AlmoOoD now. ECM goes down. Need some legendary ECM micro here to hold this. Oh. Overlord just about survives, but look at the follow-up. And I believe, yeah, AlmoOoD is hunted. So that is that. That will be 1-0 to HoD. Oh, the Burton got crushed. Lamau. That was funny. The Burton got crushed. Well, HoD has certainly settled down. He's looked better as the game's gone on. He looked a little bit shaky at the start. And he's going to get himself a 1-0 lead here. Unless that tower falls and kills all the Vs. No, AlmoOoD not going for it. Pretty sure AlmoOoD will GG out there, yeah. And that is...
You have been defeated.
GG. Eco fairly even there, so I think that was partly due to HoD being a bit late with the oils. But this is where AlmoOoD shouldn't really panic. I mean, it is very much a 1-1 matchup. He's now going to have the stronger army, so Just got to play solid. Focus on the V micro. Focus on keep building your Vs. I think it was the USA. Yeah. And go from there. Alright, so we're swiftly into game 2, the reverse. Player in red now is with the China nuke. And AlmoOoD now with the vanilla USA. So yeah, I think this play standard was good. I think sometimes playing too cute can actually cost you this matchup as well. And yeah, AlmoOoD seems to be opting for 2 supply build order as well. Slightly different one here from HoD. And not sure how much I like this. I preferred AlmoOoD's oil grab. Albeit I would think going a bit more greedy would have been nice. But we shall see. This is either going to be 2 war factories or airfield war factory. And it looks like it's going to be airfield war factory, yeah. Okay. Well, this you see on, I'd say, maps that are a little bit smaller than this. We'll see how AlmoOoD reacts to it. He does see it. He knows exactly what he's up against. This is what HoD sees at the moment. A very, very dark map. Ascension says the A10 was to get the last dose. A good shout, that. Yeah, that was a good hunt. I should have known that. Hello, Anas, and hello, Maracada. GAT is the first unit of choice. Expecting another GAT to be rallied down here, and then the Gatliks to come in as well. So AlmoOoD's got to be a little bit careful with his first V. And he's not being very careful with his first V, is he? No, he's not. He's not being careful at all, because this is exactly how it can all start to get a little bit tricky if you're the USA. That Humvee is very damaged, and this Gatliks upgrade completes, that is going to be picked off. It is a very fast laser lock, but is a very fast click down of the MDs as well. And this GAT has been spotted, and that's important that it got spotted. That could have won the game. Troop caller has moved across the map. And I think that Gatlik should just go and heal right now. Third supply has been deployed. So overall, I think AlmoOoD will be happy with this because he's not taken any economical damage, although he is losing another V here. But the Gatliks in turn should go down. Another massive spike. And that just needs one click. One click and one hit. It survives. Even though AlmoOoD's taken losses, I think it's still fine. I mean, normally as the nuke you have to get some sort of damage done, but it's still been a good start for HoD here. Needs to consolidate his position though, maybe get another Gatliks. I think most decent players will just clean this up for free, so would have liked him to, yeah, wait or maybe spread his Gats out to buy a bit of time. He is doing that now, sending a Gat down the side and a Gat down the side. And this is a dangerous moment. The second Lix is out. And now AlmoOoD spots the flanking Gat. Spots the flanking Gat here. And that one MD will probably clean it up. And actually, this is where HoD should have made a Battlemaster, actually, combined with his Gatliks. Now AlmoOoD not really microing there. It's still enough, though. Not the cleanest micro at all, but you see the point. One Battlemaster with that. He's made the Battlemaster now. A bit too late. Actually, that could have been a bit of a throw for AlmoOoD if he wasn't careful. The Ghast is on 4 supplies, though, so AlmoOoD's going to want to finish the game sooner rather than later. The Battlemaster has been deployed. I think there's 2 or 3 MDs in there, maybe 2. 2 trucks go down. And I actually think HoD could have made another licks, you know, just to clean that up. You don't want to just be chasing Vs with tier 1 ground units, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. Yeah, that's going to be it. Prop has been found. That completes the dozer hunt. Yeah, and the mines here are just wrecking the trucks. Look at that. That I like to call an unforced error, where you just basically screw yourself for no good reason. Aghast GG's, and as probability would have it, the USA takes the win both ways. All square, 1 apiece. And over to AlmoOoD's map. Would like to see Winding River revised. Let's see. AlmoOoD does not have it. The Dralim Desert. The Dralim Desert. Welcome, Motaz, to the YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. Who says Salah in chat? He was, yeah. He was / is. Wow, another 1-1 matchup, really. And it is.
You have been defeated.
Well, it could be doable here, actually. It only takes, you know, 1 flamer to get in from the tank's point of view. But it's not easy, and you would expect the Imp to win this both ways, but stranger things have happened. Hello, Alpheus. Here we go. Nice swift accept from both players, and we're jumping into game 3. We start with the man in the red. It's HoD with the China infantry, and on the south side it is AlmoOoD with the China tank. Dralim Desert, made by Millard 9. So shout out to the map maker, shout out to Millard in the chat. And it is one of the most popular maps. I think there was some stat somewhere that is it the 3rd or 4th most played map. I think Vendetta might have been number 1. Snowy was up there, of course. And I actually think TD still ranks very, very highly across the board. Dual War Factory from both players. HoD needs to have a look at his supply placements because they are hurting him in general. AlmoOoDs are looking a bit cleaner. And is this the right call from AlmoOoD here? Would you attempt a bit of an oil grab? I think I'd attempt a bit of an oil grab. In fact, I know I did attempt a bit of an oil grab. Hello, Saleh. Saleh Alagbra. I nearly read your name as Algebra. But yeah, Alagbra. Outpost, and could be a flamer, could be a gat. Let's see, it's another outpost. To interact with the double outpost from HoD. Interesting. And then gat flamer. Nice little drop off there. And that interaction was definitely a superior micro moment for HoD. Gonna get in that building too, and that's a very ambitious expansion from AlmoOoD. Very ambitious expansion. This outpost has been missed. And that is superior micro from AlmoOoD now. Kills an outpost there with the flamer, which I think is certainly good, and that comboed with this could actually win the game. So HoD's got to get some damage done now, and he actually is. Flamer in the base. AlmoOoD will be kicking himself there because he's damaged the trucks quite nicely here, HoD, but he's taken even more damage himself. Oh, and that outpost there is going to be crippling. Crippling indeed. He actually could evac that and go and kill that dozer, yeah. Another truck goes down. Is he paying attention here? He is not, so I don't know why that outpost didn't just drive to here. I'm not entirely sure where HoD was looking. Probably expanding, actually. But, yeah, I think prioritizing a little bit of focus to this outpost could have continued the damage, really. Another flamer gets in, and AlmoOoD probably thinks, wow, this has been a disaster. It's been an absolute disaster. Vet 2 flamer now, and he's about to lose another supply here. AlmoOoD going for an airfield. He's never going to afford that off one supply. HoD is so happy with this position. He's bunkering up. And him a prop as well. Forced to sell that third there. But that is very, very chaotic, what we've just seen. Don't think AlmoOoD can come back with this. He's been on one supply for a really long time, and actually only one truck here as well. Yeah, realises he had to cancel that airfield in favour of trying to get the third supplier, but he actually hasn't even dealt with this flamer, so he might just call it here. Is there going to be a unit coming out? There is. Oh, the war factory though. Did it need to be sold there? I don't think it did. I think it would have been saved. Yeah, and as tank, you've got to have the better start against him, if not the other way around. Is he going to evac? He does, yeah. Gets the most out of that outpost, for sure. Kills 2 gats there, very nicely. I think it was unnecessary for him to actually then camp up. I think he could have just kept up the pressure and ended the game. I don't think it will matter though. I think he's going to still win HoD this comfortably. Lotus is out. So in a way, it wouldn't have mattered whatever he did after the flamer that he got in, but I think if the game was a bit closer, this approach would have been dangerous. So, yeah, I think HoD should have kept spamming really. Subliminal messaging has been researched. Outposts are loaded up, and that will probably be the game-ending push. Yeah, that one MiG did like 0 damage. These outposts see HoD's vision.
Building is complete.
Easily see the airfield. He should just go straight to it, yeah. AlmoOoD, GG's, and that's actually a very fast 3 games in this set here. HoD edging ahead once again. And once again, you would expect AlmoOoD to level the score, but I'm going to briefly get myself a biscuit. And we're back. Are they now saying go AlmoOoD? Michelle's saying, or Mikael saying, medium players. Well, they're in League H at the moment. Top league being A. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. It's, yeah. Let me actually have a look at the rankings. So, League A, Marrakesh, Shea, Killer. League B, Tumstep, Lift Truck, Ninja. So it's a mix of Masters, Experts and Pros. League C, Boyka, Rudwan, SR Mad, Expert Pros. League D, Hami, Miguari, Abuka Pros. League E, Roll, Hort, Kiltole, Pros and Kiltole. League F, Radar, Dusty Road, Sam, Pros. League H is what we're at. AlmoOoD, Pidot. So, I mean, this is borderline, isn't it? This is the borderline to the Pro, by the look of it, to me. What biscuit am I having? A chocolate digestive. League I, Rengo, Venom, Anti-Pro. So, yeah. Alright, pressure's on AlmoOoD now. As we see HoD with the China tank. And AlmoOoD in the north with the purple China infantry. Yeah, preferring that build, the build here from HoD. He tries to get a bit of an oil boom going. AlmoOoD did Frenzy. But it's not the best Frenzy in the world. He actually doesn't see a thing. And I think he did that Frenzy a bit early because he doesn't even see the production facility that the tank is making, which is an airfield. So, you know, when you see top players Frenzy and you copy it, there's an execution element to it. And that is the location and the timing. And the location and the timing of that Frenzy scan from AlmoOoD was off. Always got bugs. Says, what do you watch to get better at Zero? Thank you for that opportunity. I'm going to plug my own channel membership. So you can join the X Squad if you click on the channel membership to get an absolute library of replay reviews, masterclasses, and secrets to success, and that will improve your gameplay. And access to a private Discord group where you get advice. There you go. Oil grab coming in. And he's gone greedy, and AlmoOoD's struggled a bit on the execution there. I think he will deny that, but he broke his own outpost in the process. He has got an outpost in here, though, and that was key. Would actually like HoD to make a couple of red guard here to clean those up. We'll see if that's the case. He could stabilise because he's about to get 2 oils. Breaks this outpost here as well. No evac. And needs to come back and get this flamer. Needs to get the flamer. He hasn't. Oh, wow. He's actually put a time bomb on that. And he's going for some critical damage here. Nice barracks from AlmoOoD though. He can get a minigunner out. Seems he's looking for the dozer hunt. He's got to click that minigunner down. He does. AlmoOoD's now in trouble. AlmoOoD is now in trouble. Oh! He hasn't noticed the minigunner, and neither has AlmoOoD. Wow. If there is a DC here, which there looks like there could be, what do you say about this? Looks like he might recover. I hope he recovers. That's what I was going to say. If he did DC there, you'd expect the licks to go and hunt AlmoOoD now and kill the prop. Oh well. That's not happened. Okay, it is happening. And that means no Lotus can be got out because the barracks is killed. And so who would you have given the win to there? Is the question. It's looking very, very good for HoD. ECM is out though. And now AlmoOoD forced to sell. I like that he queued up these ECMs. But it's so dangerous now because he's literally only got 1 minigunner, which I would assume is in one of these outposts, that one. He has made a troop crawler. I think if you're HoD here, though, you just hold the line, don't you? Get some bunkers, get some flamers, get your MiGs up. Because if you don't hold the line, you're in risk of danger to dying to this outpost push. AgHa puts the question mark. Has restabilized. No black napalm up, so AlmoOoD might get a clutch win here. Because I think the follow-up to not like camp it up from AgHa might just cost him. It is a well-timed push. Gets on top of the mix. And yeah, that was kind of a clutch push really from AlmoOoD. Still no napalm. Yeah, now AlmoOoD will breathe a deep sigh of relief because he had a few fumbles there. But you do have to almost play perfect from the tank's point of view, and a few errors there from AgHa in terms of not dealing with that first outpost as well as he could have, and not camping it up when he hunted, although he's broken those outposts nicely. Loses the Elixo, and he basically has nothing behind this. Has essentially cost him the game here. Trying one last sneaky flamer poke. Yeah, I think it's obvious now, if this game ends as a bug, it will be AlmoOoD's win. Probably enough red guard to clear up these tank oters, mind you, but not to clear up the follow-up wave. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some spikes going on here. GG from AgHa, and we are at 2-2. So we switch back to AgHa's map. Wow, Desolated District. So, clear theme here that AgHa is liking the wonky maps. AlmoOoD went for a pretty meta map so far. Hello, North. Here we go. Now there's something that can be won both ways, especially on this map here. Very open. You only need to miss one flamer. I'd still probably favour the demo though, mind you. definitely the fact that it's so open. I think the first tech can basically win the game here. Players are ready. They didn't mess about. Here we go. The Desolated District. Not seen this a while. It wasn't in the last couple of World Series map pools, I think. So it tends to get seen less. But here it is in the ZH League. And here it is with HoD with the Gilet Demolition. And AlmoOoD on the south side with the China tank. One choice you've got as tank here to make, or one decision to make rather, is do you go forward and 3 supplies, or do you go 2 supplies and 2 war factories? He's opting for forward supply. And that's going to be a very exposed war factory there if he's not careful. And no, that's what I mean, Millard. I'm saying that AK's Magic and Desolated are wonky maps, which is what HoD picked, whereas AlmoOoD picked your map, which is a more meta standard map. Gamer says, what is the best way that tank beats infantry? Well, AgHa nearly did it. He got some oils, he hunted the imp. He just didn't camp afterwards. He needed tank hunter gats and MiGs and flamers. Camp it up. And eventually you will beat the hunted imp in that situation. So you nearly saw how to beat imp. First tech moving across the map, as is the first flamer. Second tech has been made. And I think here you need to get a Scorp pretty swiftly. Because this flamer, if you're not careful, could delete the entire base. It's trying to check for mines, I think, here. Yeah. There is the Scorp. Making a bit of a mess with this TT. I think AlmoOoD's blocked himself off quite nicely there. And the flamer is eventually dealt with. I like the second tech here. So it's pretty decent amassment from HoD. AlmoOoD's got to move those trucks though. Oh, a control fire there. Actually could have got both. Somehow drove over the mines there. You can even see the tracks literally went over those mines. So he's leading a pretty blessed existence. And that's a decent start from HoD. He's kept his techs alive, getting layers of tunnels. He's got his almost full complement of workers, and he's got tunnels in good locations for a bit of an oil transition, which is probably what he needs to do next. He's got the money to do it. AlmoOoD, meanwhile, is going to try and get a helix out. He is hello, Ash Q. Yeah, he is messing his own trucks there by dozing his driving his dozer through that. Really liking how he's doubling up with tunnels here. Very nice to see. And the oil grab is being researched. This could be an important scout now, seeing that AlmoOoD is committing to the helixes, and I think he doesn't have any quads just yet because the Scorp rocket just finished and the Lix is out. Is he going to see that Lix? Hasn't seen it. Might have been able to hear it though. So, yeah. And I think he heard it because he's making a stinger. I think he's just panicked and thought, yikes, I don't have any quads. Emergency stinger. Stinger there as well. Wow. And he's killed 2 trucks, but AlmoOoD actually had 4 trucks here. Oh, bad micro with that GAT. And the guys could just start killing this. Gonna try and get himself a super tech, and I think he can. He does. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't start just killing that, but maybe because he's distracted here. AlmoOoD has pushed in and comboed in with a bunch of flamers. And it's getting pretty chaotic all of a sudden. Gats go down, Helix is taking damage. That one Scorp, I think, will clear up these flamers, as will that one. That flamer just barely survives. And both players are trading blows. Major damage on both sides. HoD does have the oil, though. That may just about give him the advantage, but he's having to remake his arms dealer here. He's actually making a second one, and he loses the scaffold of that as well. Might have been a fake. AlmoOoD with a Gatlix now as well. I'd prefer a Proplix, but I don't think there are any quads actually, so if AlmoOoD just goes across the map, he wins the game. Despite this being very difficult to clear, if he kills the main base, then you don't need it. You don't need to clear it. AlmoOoD trying to get his CC up, doesn't want to get hunted. Now the quad spam is in play. Yeah, so this will be interesting. How many quads do we have here? Just the 2. And he will lose that position. Yeah, AlmoOoD not identifying that there's no quads. Being very, very cautious. Could have been a little bit more bold there. Certainly could have been more bold. The lick spam continues. Hello, Mustafa. Yeah, and I think AlmoOoD's wasting time. If he combines these 4 elixirs and a few flamers, he ends the game. Just needs to be a little bit more, what's the word? Committed. Have a little bit more conviction. Be less afraid. Do like the extra war factory there. Yeah, and he's going to reset the quad count once again. Yeah, I mean, if he flies there, it's over. Has lost a couple of trucks to a Scorp. Interestingly, his artillery in the south side oil position. But I think you're happiest, tank, if you're on 4 supplies against... well, even two supply and oil and 1 oil. Yeah, he's shown his opponent too much respect here and not not identified within the game, the fact that he killed the arms dealer, that there's just no quads. There's probably like 2 quads in this tunnel. There you go, yeah. There, the other 2 are Scorps. So he could literally end the game. Hello, Lift and Sit. Hello, Davido. But he's fearing, like, there is, I don't know, 8 quads in the tunnel, which are just simply are not. They're the same 2 quads. Well, now he commits, because those quads are out in the open. Goes back once again. There's literally 1 quad on the map. Mustafa says, can you rank the top 3 players in 1v1 and the top 3 players in FFA? Sure. Myself, Marikar, Tomstep in 1v1, and myself, Marikar, Tomstep in free-for-all. Done. There you go. In current form, yeah. Where is AlmoOoD looking here? Took a little bit of unnecessary damage on those licks, but he will clean it up. I think HoD there needed more emergency stingers. When you realise that you don't have enough anti-air, you got to supplement that anti-air with some extra stingers there. And this, what we're seeing here, could have happened about 4 or 5 minutes ago on several occasions. So in the end, AlmoOoD comes away with the win, but I would say not clean. Not clean. Eco difference in the end there was pretty brutal. Okay, we see the reverse. And we will see what AlmoOoD can do with the demolition. Bit of a pressure game this for Aghast, because if AlmoOoD wins this, he obviously goes one away from winning this set. So yeah, that can play on your mind when you think, I've got to win this one. And we will see what he will do now. He's down in the bottom left with the China tank. And up in the top right, in the purple, it is AlmoOoD with the GLA demo, who is going to town. He's going ham. He's going to go for a fast TT build. And it could actually end up being a counter build, because HoD is going for the ores here, which I actually think is not a bad strat, to be honest. Sending a red guard to each corner, you're quite likely to get at least one, aren't you? But we shall see. Some tactical minds could scupper AlmoOoD's plans here. But if he gets a TT on that war factory and then the dozer hunt, this could be a very quick game. General SK says, would I rank Tomstep better than Vivid? I mean, Vivid's had another retirement now. And we already saw him come second in the World Series, just gone after an 18-month break. So, yeah, if he played for like 2 weeks, I think, yeah, for sure I'd rank him higher than Tomstep. But he plays for the vibes, and he has unfortunately temporarily retired for the time being, just busy with work. So that is the war factory killed. There's the demo bike, and this is already a GG from AlmoOoD. Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. And yeah, Aghast is going to kick himself, but that can happen. That can happen when everything goes right with that build. And I like the risk AlmoOoD took there. It's a good map to do that build, and it gets AlmoOoD the win. AlmoOoD says GG's. Well, I'm pretty sure this is a best of 9. is what they told me. But let's see. AlmoOoD getting very excited there. Wanted 2 wins for that win. Naughty AlmoOoD. I won't say anything. I think both of these players are affected by, let's say, morale and confidence. So I'm not going to say nice execution because it's just going to boost AlmoOoD up, and that's unfair to AgHa. So we'll say it here, nicely done to AlmoOoD. But I won't type it. So it is AgHa's map. No, it is AlmoOoD's map. Did I... Not going to comment on that. Let's see, I'm going to pick the Winding River Revised, see if anyone wants to play that. Oh, he wants Vendetta. Okay. Right. Well, AgHa is going to hope for, well, best case scenario is a mirror, isn't it? A matchup you can win both ways. That is a fairly interesting one as stealth. But AlmoOoD is starting with the air, which is the better army. So you would expect him to close this out 5-2, but if he doesn't, he could go 4-4, we could see as a decider. So I think it is very much pivoting on this single game here, on the outcome of this set. AlmoOoD with the quick accept, it says good luck, have fun, seems pretty confident there. Which team do I support in the UK? I support Man United, who are in disarray at the moment. Chaos up in Manchester. And AlmoOoD cracking a few jokes, so feeling good about himself, and he is here with the purple USA Air Force. And down in the south, it is AgHa with the GLA Stealth. Needing a perfect score now to take the set, so he can't afford any more losses in this best of 9. So I think it is harder stealth here. I think you've got to try and get some fairly forward and flanking tunnels. And look at AlmoOoD, he's doing a bit of an old school build here. He's doing the 3-dozer, deny those forward tunnels, into Comanches. And if he gets that worker, which he probably will, it might be a bit of a counter build to what AgHa is going for here, because he's going for the 3 supply build. Not quite got that worker just yet. Okay, he's backed in and he's got it. Benches are on the way. Yeah, this could all basically swing around this worker getting a tunnel up, actually. It really could. Tech seems a little bit late here, so AgHa has done something with this build, which has meant his war factory is delayed. And I think that is unnecessary. Because that's a problem whatever air does. If air just goes Rap to War Factory, the Rap, because the tech is late, will just kill this. If he goes Vs, he'll have multiple Vs out, probably will intercept the first tech. If he goes Comanches, in this case, you've already lost your worker line before you even know it's Comanches. So I would say Agas has got to build all the problem here. And that is something he needs to have a look at when he goes back to the drawing board after this set. Will get the kill on a reactor, and he will get a dozer as well, so yeah, AlmoOoD not really multitasking here. He's focusing on these Comanches and getting some good damage, but he should just click this down as well. He's got one Comanche back at home. So unnecessarily delaying his own production and mining, and this could have been very easily dealt with.
Low power.
Yeah, and now there's that cash in the bank and a bit of panic from AlmoOoD here. When there really didn't need to be. He hasn't put the Chinook back mining either. Has got one vetted Comanche which he has not repaired, and that sneaky tunnel that I was talking about could potentially win him a game. 2 Comanches instantly pop when that reactor finishes, and that's going to mean he cleans these up for free. So that should be GG now. No units lost for AlmoOoD here. Doesn't have the rocket pods just yet. Interesting he did this against stealth as well. Arguably the worst GLA to do it against, but yeah, I like the fact that he threw in a curveball there, and it's definitely caught HoD Aghast off guard. Spooky says, what time should the tech be? Well, the tech should be in your opponent's base around 1 minute 40. And it was not coming out of the arms dealer at 1 minute 40, so Aghast is something in his build order there, which basically gave him like a 15-20 second delay, which you can't do. And the Comanche gets saved. This as well is also free pickings. When the Comanches go home, it's just going to be a free pick off. He has got rocket pods. Oh, and if he goes back in that tunnel, I think you just rocket pod that and end the game. He decides not to. So AlmoOoD, a bit like with the Helixes, doesn't always sniff an opportunity to close out the game, basically. I still think he's going to win this, but yeah, he makes it longer and closer than it should be, really, is my summary. Tunnel cleaned. Probably should drop his command center now as well. Would expect AlmoOoD to be well into level 2, I think, with what he's killed. So on his way to level 3 even. Yeah, and what have we got here? 2 Vet 2s, a Vet 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that like 12 Comanches? 13. Versus, what do we have here? Wow, 4 quads.
The warrior has fallen.
5 quads. Yeah. 2k in the bank, so the CC could easily be deployed. Hello, Yusef. I think AlmoOoD's having a bit of fun now, from what it seems to me, just slowly clearing up the map. Should probably guess there's a tunnel here, the fact that these have been revealed. He does, yeah. And that is cleaned. Seems to have a bit of a dodgy rally point, doesn't he? Wow. That single Comanche survives a lot of damage. Hello, Jacoby. Yeah, free snipe, free pick off there. He's actually just a fake. So poor HoD here is just spamming off the one arms dealer. And basically, you can't leave your base. So what AlmoOoD should be doing is taking the third supply, dropping his command center, can do what he likes really. Doesn't need to say rigid on this because let's say he clumps up ridiculously and doesn't target the stinger and by some absolute miracle loses all the Comanches, he could then actually be in a tricky situation, but it's not the case. It will still close him out the game, but not playing completely optimally, I would say. And I think, and must be, my guess would be level 3 by now. Must be level 3. I'm surprised he doesn't make his command center. Very surprised. Poor radar van goes down, and this is what HoD's vision looks like right now. If you see that, you must be like, nah, it's not happening. GG is imminent. The hands are probably on the keyboard to tap out. AlmoOoD looks like he'll get promoted into the next division. He salutes with the GGs. And the score there is 5-2 to AlmoOoD. Alright. So I will give these guys the GGs. Didn't have much time this afternoon, so I will swiftly depart, but thank you all for tuning in, and yeah, see you when I see you. Have a good evening, take care, and ExCaL out.